We're live again. Can't stop, won't stop.
Here we are again.
Here we are again. Tell a friend.
Is Amanda lagging like just randomly?
Oh no!
Oh no!
She's all prickly.
Hi, Katie. Oh no, she's back. She's back. I saw her
Okay.
move. I saw movement. Movement. What? We're good. We're good.
It's a little pixely.
good.
That's okay.
Listen, these things happen. This is live. This is live entertainment, baby.
Now you know we're for real live. This is not a pre-recorded thing.
Yeah.
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie. Yes, I was just telling everyone, come on now. Come on over.
I'm echoing in a loop.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do you have it open in another window?
To have it up? No.
Oh.
Are you sure? How many windows do you have open?
Yeah. How many tabs do you have open tonight?
Yeah.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Oh, well, I think she's just wanting to not tell us.
I fixed it.
She has open.
Bye bye. There. I did have it. I had it open in YouTube because I grabbed the link and I guess.
See?
Yeah.
See? That's how they get you. That's how they get you. So tonight we're just having a nice little live stream over here. Just to, chill out, hang, maybe answer a few questions. Oh, and maybe have a little bit of a reaction to something later. A little discussion, perhaps, of something that's finally come down the pipeline.
Just came out.
Lucy! Hey, Lucy!
Welcome and awake.
Welcome and awake. Well, Lucy was telling me that she was at a concert. So she was like, if I manage to stay awake from that, I shall be here. We're glad that you stayed awake to come.
On that concert. Hi.
Yeah, I know. It's still, I bet your ears are still ringing. Mine always do after a concert. Even with earplugs, I always find afterwards, I feel like I'm like I've got like cotton balls in my ears for like a day, even with earplugs. Like,
I always worry about that, ear damage, hearing loss thing.
Listen, man, if we go deaf in our old age, listen, by the time we get there, we should.
I worked in shops for more than a decade, and I do wear all of my protective equipment, but
so she was still on the high from G Soul's vocals. Nice.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we just wanted to come hang out with people and someone's seeing Eric. Katie's seeing Eric now tomorrow. How
exciting! Jealous.
I'm sure that'll be a good time.
Oh, yeah. Joy. How does Joy always know this? Joy is Joy.
Hey.
Joy, you're so sweet. I have to say this about Joy, and I was actually telling my husband this the other day, that I have never met someone more appropriately named in my life.
Aww.
So, watching. Oh, we got someone who's taking a break from the F4 to see what you're up to. Oh. Nice. Now, Frankie, because Frankie had posted a comment before she came on that she was going to brunch. But listen, we know Frankie. We feel you. We feel you. I saw there was a tweet today that was like, "Oh, okay, for $100,000, could you stay in your house and not leave for a week?" And I'm like,
I've already done
we should add up how much money we should
I'm like, is this a job?
Do I get more for more?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mary. Well, thank you for coming.
Hi. Hey, Mary.
We're gonna have more, so hopefully you'll be able to kick back with us more. So yeah, what have? So welcome. Right, Lucy? Listen.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, accurate.
Oh, one thing that happened about 4 minutes before we went live was I tried to scoot my desk.
Oh, yeah.
And my desk, the top comes off because it's collapsible. And anyway, it started collapsing.
Yeah, she took
with
her
my
own desk
laptop.
out. Literally a minute before we put on the countdown. It was chaos. It was chaos.
Luckily, I was able to hold the top up, and so the laptop didn't go down.
Yeah.
But it was a close call. And then I actually have our little jar right here too. That stayed on.
Your genre jar. The genre jar.
Yeah, if we could just like pick something from that.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fair. So I have a dog and a cat, but essentially I have 2 cats because my dog hates going outside with a passion, so he's litter box trained. So they both use a litter box. So I have 2 cats. Just one masquerades as a dog. So yeah,
and he's small enough to get away with it.
That's true. So he's actually right next to me, but he's being good for the first time.
It's not got like
he's being good so far.
Taking a
far.
dookie in your house.
So far.
So if anybody has questions, feel free to plunk them in whenever you think of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Diablo, indeed. That's right.
They need to make little smaller icons of the fire, so it's little
tiny fires.
Yeah. Little paws. That would be cute. Like
I'm sure that listen, he's like lying right next to me, but that's really a long-term game. Like that's not a long-term plan for him. Like he will be up and being like, "Hey, bitch, why aren't we in bed?" He's like, "I know you work from bed. I know we could be in bed right now." He's like, "Well, calm down. Sometimes I gotta go to my office, you know." So, does anyone got any drama questions? Any K-pop questions? Any BL questions? Any personal questions?
When I posted this into one of the chats earlier, Becca said, she goes, "I've got a question. Can you get pregnant from kissing?" And it was like, times in a drama? Yes, you can.
Listen, if we're talking about Bride of the Century, yes. If we're talking about reality, that have to be some wild
in a drama, the lights just have to go off when you're
exactly.
That's true.
Like the real
as long as the lights go off.
Like Becca, friend, only if your genitals are kissing. That's how you get pregnant from kissing. I hope we cleared that up for you. Like I hear the American sex ed system is pretty pitiful. So, you know.
It's pitiful, but we get there. It's okay.
Yeah.
We eventually figured out one way or another.
Joy wants to know if any of us have watched Fishbowl Wives.
I have watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't been really watching a lot of K-dramas in the past week, so I'm behind on everything, but I like it so far.
Yeah.
Something in my room. I am not, but it is on my list. I heard that it was kind of wild.
Oh, what's that one about?
It's like a ghosty one,
where he's like in love with a ghost or something. It's
okay.
Oh.
Something in his room.
Yeah, there's something in his room. Joy wants to chime in on Bride of the Century. They were fully clothed. Yes, they were. When they woke up the next morning, she still had her necklace and earrings on. They didn't do anything.
She could have just redressed immediately.
She went to bed with the earring. Girl. She's crazy. She's crazy.
People do different things.
Sometimes when you're
not judged. That's true. When you're drunk, you're not going to do anything.
I remember reading a whole discourse about like Scarlett Heart Rayo. They kissed, they were fully clothed. You saw them wake up next to each other fully clothed. And then suddenly she's pregnant and people are like, it must be somebody else's child because they never had sex. And I was like,
you're like, is this your first time? Is this your first? It's your first rodeo.
I mean, for starters, it's a historical. It's a Sega. They're both wearing dresses. What do you think is going on underneath?
You just flip that skirt up. You're good to go. You're good to go.
You know.
So Mari wants to know: does anyone like Business Proposal? I do. I think it's cheesy and fun and silly.
I think it's a shame that it didn't all drop at the same time because I'm pretty sure I would have inhaled it within.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure I would have watched it that first day because it is pure cotton candy of a drama. Like Sejong is
She's so funny. She's definitely carrying the
good.
entire show. Like, without her character hamming it up the whole time, it would be a little less.
I started it, but then I wasn't in the mood, so I went over and watched forecasting and then I didn't have any more time to.
A slightly more realistic. I gotta actually talk about something. I didn't really
like the dress up scene where they're just walking through the store and like
I thought that was
pointing
fun.
and like poof. I loved that. I thought that was great.
Yeah. So I gotta talk about something on it's not a spoiler or anything. I just thought it was really funny. So if you're watching Forecasting Love and Weather, they spend a lot of time telling you about the science of weather.
Yes.
But like if you're not really sciencey, a lot of this stuff it just is like woo. But at one point I was watching an episode and apparently there was something on like the satellite that should have been extremely concerning to me according to the music playing. I was like
oh, something going down.
That looks like a satellite image. Like that looks like some sort of weather radar. I'm sure very concerned. I was just like, what?
Scary horror music playing.
I was like, I think something bad's gonna happen. I don't know what.
You were supposed to be able to tell what kind of front it was and what that would mean, and when it interacted with everything.
It was the quiz. Like that was
that was the quiz, and I failed.
You should have listened to everything before. Now you know.
What I find kind of funny about Forecasting Love and Weather and Love, whatever it's called, is that in what world do people hold meteorologists accountable for damage that weather causes? Like that's not their problem. They're just telling you what's going on.
They go rogue or something, but I think in general, I don't think so.
Like, it's very normal for us to grumble that like if it's inaccurate, but past that, that's all. Yeah. That's all.
Like,
I mean, we don't know for real, too. It could actually be a real thing, and we're like, no, it can't be. And then
that's true. Like, people
this is the
crazy.
Real lives of weather people.
True.
This is what they have to do, and we're just laughing at them.
Yeah.
I guess.
So Lucy needs to grumble about something that I too need to grumble about, which is she started too many still airing BLs and is suffering waiting for the next episodes to drop. And yeah.
You
accuracy.
Should start like a calendar, like only do certain episodes on. I know it's really hard, but
hard. So she's currently watching Not Me, Semantic Error, Cutie Pie, Something in My Room, and Kissable Lips. I am watching all of those except for Something in My Room, but I'm also watching Cherry Blossoms After Winter.
I'm watching that one and Semantic Error.
Yeah, Semantic Error is really good. Like
the way it's filmed is very
list.
snappy.
Nice.
Like all the color, I don't know. It feels very tight just the way it's filmed to me. And so then it highlights the acting really well, and like they're killing it with the acting. So it's great.
And I've been obsessed with Not Me since it started airing. It is Chef's a Kiss. It is a good one. It gets like full recommendations from the communist in me. So like,
so if that's what you were looking for,
like if you were looking for like a drama that says, you know what, fuck the government and fuck rich people too, Not Me, like literally that's the one that's gonna be. Katie knows the struggle. She woke up before her alarm to watch Cherry Blossom After Winter and Semantic Error before she had coffee. I'm gonna be honest. I woke up incredibly early today, not on purpose, against my will. If you follow me on Twitter, you know my long-standing grudge with the two toddlers that live in the apartment building with me that scream every morning.
If you listen really closely on the episodes, you'll hear them.
You'll hear them. They show up occasionally.
The guests.
So they woke me up, and I was like, you know, I might as well just watch Cherry Blossoms After Winter. It's fully so. I don't know. Yeah, Joy says that's why I love Not Me. Me too, Joy. Me too. Fight the system, baby. Fight the system. Drama Panda says, I thought weather forecasting had good reviews. I think it does, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I just don't understand weather science, and I feel like I could probably get more out of this drama if I had a basic understanding of how the weather worked. But I went to art school.
Like, kind of like if you watch a hospital drama and we don't know what's going on, so it's okay. But like if you're a health worker, it's not.
That's true.
You start seeing everything.
You might freak out.
So if I would like someone that knows meteorology, it would be interesting to see if like they're actually.
Is there like a meteorology like YouTube channel that we could get them to like do a reaction of, like
it's kind of like those doctors reacts.
Yeah, exactly.
Doctor ones.
Well, she says there's no chemistry between the leads. I thought that there's fine chemistry between the leads. Like I don't have any problem with that.
No,
but I think it's a subjective. I think it's a subjective thing. But... Like you might see it, other people might not. It's the same with any drama, really. So.
I think they really are just leaning into the Office a bit more than the romance. Think a lot of people are expecting.
And I think the way they do the storytelling too, right? Like is a little. They keep kind of having a bit of a gotcha moment at the end, of every episode. So it's like you think one thing's going on, and then it's something else at the end, and you're like, so sometimes I think that's messing with the
whole show's a red herring, essentially.
Yeah, because you think they're like fighting through the whole episode, but they're not, or you think that they're this, but then they're this.
We
so
fooled
like
you.
It's
we fooled
you.
Yeah. Lucy says every couple has their own vibe, but some are more in your face. That's right, and some are so in your face that you're just like, gross. Love is gross.
I'm watching two different other than forecasting, so I guess 3 like boss employee office romances, and the other 2 have me just like giggling like all the time. I'm just like, oh my god, stop looking at each other, it's so cute. Like,
God, you're being so obvious. Like, stop.
I wouldn't have thought this was my genre, but apparently this month it is.
So Mario wants to know if any of us are watching 2521. I haven't started it yet.
Me neither.
I haven't started yet. I do plan on picking it up.
I will. I do plan on picking it up. That one I was waiting until it just all dropped, like it was all out, so that I could just, there's so many like currently airing dramas right now that it's hard to
seriously.
And we said we weren't going to do those currently airing, and then
we did.
And then.
So Lucy says, Lena, Love and Leisure. Lucy, we did a whole episode, girl.
We did.
You know we did. It's the last one. This was this week's episode. Come on, Lucy, get with it. And if you're on our Patreon, there is a free Love and Leashes coloring page. A little fun little spicy coloring page for you. So
fully clothed spicy.
Yeah, that's not really spicy. I'm being the same level of spice as the show. Like it's the same level of spice as the movie.
I don't want someone to pay $1 and feel like they were short.
they were ripped off. Like no, it's a chaste. It's a romantic little thing. It's nice. It's nice, she says, having made it herself, so it's not at all. Well, we got some love for Love and Leashes in the chat.
It was so cute.
It was really cute. It was
really fun.
I don't know if Mom's watched it yet. I did recommend it to Mama Soju, but
if she watches it, you have to have her like text you or write down her
thoughts.
Like,
yeah.
So then you can steal a couple of the funny.
Yeah. So we can milk Mama Joe for content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucy says it was adorable. It was really cute. But my mom's been. I just made her month because it was her birthday this week. And when I called her, I was like, I've got some really good news for you. And then she tried to guess what the news was, but like she always is very bad at guessing things because she always thinks it's way better news than like what I'm telling her. So she like starts asking like, 20 questions like, oh, like is it just for me? And I'm like, no, it's good news for everyone. And she's like, oh, is it going to be in the newspaper? I'm like, oh, Jesus, Mom, like, what the fuck? I just wanted to tell her that season 2 of Bridgerton was coming back this month. She was like really going over the top.
Have we achieved world peace?
No, it was
yes, probably.
I'm like, she's like, well, like, is it a good thing for humanity? I'm like, Mom, you're really aiming a little too high for what we're talking about here.
COVID, Mom.
Yeah, no, like I just wanted to tell you that show you really liked has a second season coming out. Like, so anyway, she was like, "Oh, that wasn't that exciting." I'm like, "Thanks, Mom. I just wanted to like perk up your day." And my mother works at a. My mom is pretty adorable. She works at a homeless shelter. Well, not really a homeless shelter, and but she works with homeless people, and they gave her like a birthday card, like everyone at like the location like signed this birthday card, and she was showing it to me because they just had a big snowstorm where my mom lives, and one of the men wrote, "Oh, it's real fucking cold to have your fucking birthday on this fucking day, huh? It wouldn't be me. Anyway, hope it's great." And my mom was dying because my mom's this like conservative 72-year-old woman from South Jersey, and she's just like laughing hysterically. She's like, I immediately had to call Aunt Jenny, my sister, and like show her because she hates curse words, and I thought it would just really rile her up. And I'm like, oh, mother, like such simple pleasures. Such simple pleasures. Oh, any other? What are some dramas other dramas that people are watching that they like? Come on, chat with us. Chat with us. We want to hear about all your dramas, all the dramas.
Anybody watching 39? I mean, I still am. I'm not up to date with the last two.
I have one more episode to watch, but
I'm doing the slow down thing. Also because I'm watching ER and that's all I'm watching. But
that's fair.
So how many episodes are there of ER?
There's 15 seasons of ER.
Don't have a heart attack. You'll have to go to the ER.
Oh, don't worry. I've been plowing through. I'm fine. I'll be done with it pretty soon. But I'm also trying to wait. Like, I really don't want to be watching like any airing stuff. Like,
it keeps calling you back though.
I know. I was like, I started Through the Darkness and I started really loving that, and I was like, no, I don't want to wait for things. I just don't want to. So I don't want to do airing.
So yeah, I haven't even re-picked up the ones that we did that episode on yet. Like, I'm really trying to.
So Annie, if I can. Annie says she's watching Pride and Price. I
started that one. I watched the first 2 episodes. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it right now, but it seems good. It's like if Ugly Betty were like a serious drama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that, like, it's a fashion magazine and this girl who knows nothing about it coming into this scenario. So kind of cool.
Mari is watching Why Women Love. She's like 5 episodes away. Are any of us? I don't think any of us are watching.
I am.
One. You are?
That's one of my office drama.
Yes.
I'm watching. It's so cute, and the guy in it is just adorable. And he was like from some idol show in China and all this, but.
Back when there were idol shows.
Yeah, back when that was legal.
Back in the day.
Back when I was a youngin'. Joy is watching KX Yaku.
So Joy, is that on the high seas? I've been wondering about that information.
Maybe.
Okay.
I matey is all I have to say about that one.
I was curious because I was looking around for it and I was trying to find it.
Lucy is watching Wolf and Meow.
So yeah, I've been going through Cherry Blossom. So I've been resisting the like K-dramas currently airing, but I had to give in to the BLs, and then pretty much all my little idol kids I've been watching as they come out. But Wolf and Meow, Do You Love Me? It in like the last 3 episodes are out today on Viki. So
okay. Good. Now I can start it.
Now we can watch it.
So it's 10 episodes. I'd say they're about are they less than 20 minutes each? I would recommend binging it. Cute so far. So yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, so other people are interested as well. Okay, Vince is watching.
What's funny about Woof and Meow is I really thought that the dog. So I knew that the dog and cat were gonna have like voices even before it started because I had read that about it. Well, I thought it was gonna be like within the episodes, which so far the dog talks a little bit, but that's really been it. It's at the end they kind of have a moment with the pets talking, so that's kind of where they emphasize it a bit more. They kind of look back on a scene and they share their thoughts about something. It's pretty cute.
So we got someone watching F4. I too have been keeping up with F4.
That is also on my back burner.
Yeah,
because
it's on my Saturday list. So
just no.
Yeah, I do Cutie Pie and F4 on Saturdays, and then in the afternoon I do my weekly pilgrimage to Young Lady and Gentleman.
But that's not gonna.
That's gonna be
That's
sooner now, right?
Well,
because the girl
less soon. They extended the episodes, but they had to cancel filming, so it's been postponed a week because the main character has COVID. But they added more episodes, but I don't see why.
But I think that I read some. I don't know if this is true, but I thought what I read was that they've decided that they're not going to do those extra ones because of this.
Maybe. But they don't need to. Okay, the show is coming to its natural end. Let's just end this.
Let it go.
Joy, I gotcha. I was just curious. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something obvious.
Joy, don't worry about it, Joy. We know where we watch that.
Those J dramas, they're just hard to find sometimes.
So Mari has a good point. She's been angry at the people that just dress twice. I have my big thing. I'm not angry at how they dress all of Twice. I'm angry at how they dress certain members of Twice.
I am too. I just think that you're not good at dressing if you can't dress everyone.
Yeah. That's who we were discussing. It's bullshit. The ugliest things I've ever seen. It's like they draped her in a garbage bag. Yeah. Fuck you guys.
If you can't figure out how to do that, then quit.
Yeah. Katie is currently watching Cherry Blossoms After Winter, Semantic Error, the Pirates movie, The Hungry and the Hairy, Through the Darkness and Cutie Pie. My God, Katie, you sound like me.
Through the Darkness is so good.
I know that, and then Joy wants to know how was Pirates, and I know Sky and I both watched Pirates.
So I've been wanting to watch Pirates ever since it hadn't even filmed yet. Because I really liked the first one.
Yeah, I really like the first one
Which
too.
I want to go. I really appreciate the fact that they released it to Netflix so quickly.
Yeah,
in what world are we able to do this? So I was really happy with that. Anyway, I did not like it as much as the first one.
No, I didn't either. It had a much higher budget, but it just, I don't know.
I did plot was
convoluted,
a mess.
Yeah,
and there was it was pretty funny. My husband was watching with me, and he does, of course, he doesn't know any of these actors or anything. Though he's watched Happiness, so I kept saying that chick is from Happiness. That's her. And she was everyone did a great job.
Yeah, the acting was great.
But there was a flashback to where all these scuzzy pirate looking guys looked completely different, professional soldier looking all of a sudden. So they looked like their kind of more normal selves that actor selves that you're used to seeing. And so I knew that my husband just didn't. I was like, that's that guy. I had to stop it and assign who was who because he wasn't going to be able to connect the people at all.
Yeah, because King Handel, Soldier King Handel, and Pirate King Handel look like two different dudes. Completely different dudes.
All of them, it was just really funny. But plot-wise, there were too many things going on.
Yeah, it did have some sick action scenes, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and the soundtrack was awesome.
They had to have some rock music, which made it.
Yeah, which was really cool. Annie, to answer your question, no, the two movies have literally nothing to do with each other. Yeah. There's not even any characters that are shared between them.
No carryover characters, nothing.
They literally just take place at the same.
Yeah, the only thing they do is make it a sequel, but it's officially as a part two.
But all that happens is is that it takes place at the same time in history, and it's about
pirates.
That's
right. Like there wasn't even like a mention of anybody, like nothing. So you're not missing out on one or the other. I mean, I still enjoyed it. I'm just saying the plot was super convoluted. And I actually did have to pause at one part for myself because there was this conversation of like between people of what do you want from me? Like, I want to be king. I couldn't figure out who wanted to be king of what, and I had to stop it.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. He wants to be king of Jeju Island, right? And then I had to like literally go Google because I was just like, that's what Temra was, right? Temna, that was, and it was like, yes, okay. I'm back in the story. Like, I pretty much pause it.
The first guy was like, what do you want? And the second guy was like, be king of Goryeo, I think is what he said. So he was assigning guy 1 to be king of that, and then he wanted to be king of the other place. But it was just the way it was subtitled just made it really
a little confusing. Yeah,
I thought the guy was trying to be king of 2 places, and he was saying it weird.
And it's like, and if you don't have like knowledge of like Korean history, you'd be like, wait, what?
Before I pressed play, I had to be like, this is what Korea did.
This is what's taking place at the end of the Goryeo era and the beginning of the Chosen era. So Katie says, my husband asked if I was watching Korean Pirates of the Caribbean. No. You were watching Pirates of the Japanese Sea. Move on. Good. It's like,
I will say, totally, I felt more Pirates of the Caribbean with the first one.
Great.
It's always sunny pinboard beam.
Yes.
or if we go, I've connected the dots. You haven't connected shit. I've connected it.
Yeah.
Oh, also if you're going in being like, ooh, it's about a goblin flag. Like if you're excited about maybe like supernatural.
No, they're not.
That's not. There is a flag.
There is a flag, but there's nothing supernatural.
There has to be a flag. If there's not a flag, it's not about pirates. I can't. You can't have that.
There's maps and there's flags. I will guarantee you that.
I will say, while the special effects and action sequences and stuff were a lot better in the second one, I like the first one a lot better.
There was more room to breathe and have fun. I felt
and you know, it was fun. They were both fun though. Like they're both very, very fun movies. So the movie does not take itself that seriously. Right. So if you were expecting a movie to take itself seriously and you went into it knowing that one of the top billed actors was Kwang Soo, you failed at some region of figuring this out. It was very silly.
It was very, very silly.
Cute. It was like cute silly. You know, a few middle school humor jokes here and there, you know. But there was a scene in the first one that they kind of repeated in a funny way in the second one. So in the first one, a pirate tries to explain to people who've never been on the ocean what a whale is.
Oh, yeah.
And so they've never seen a whale, and they're all just like, you're fucking bullshitting me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But in this one, Lee Kwang Soo tries to explain what a penguin is to people who've never seen a penguin. So it was a fun, like...
That's true. I didn't connect those two things.
Mario wants to know if there's romance. Not really. Neither of them is heavy on the romance.
She's asking because our romance movie club, this was one of Joy's options, and this is the one that they picked.
There is.
Everyone's like, wait, is there romance? Like, is this a legitimate pick for romance movie?
Let's put it this way: there is a ship, and I don't just mean pirate ship. There is a ship.
Oh.
There's a cannon ship. Man,
there's a cannon ship. That could mean so many things when you're talking about pirates.
No, I was reading romance-wise. I mean, it's a thing, but it's very small. So
yes, I heard some grumblings from beneath the desk, and you know what that means. The mascot has arrived.
There he is.
He couldn't contain himself. He needed to be up here. Is this better than your dog bed?
So he's like, but bed.
It's like, no.
Yeah, Katie, there are 2 ships. There's more than one pirate ship. There's a lot of ships.
There's several ships, and there's more than one ship. If that makes sense.
No, but okay. No.
Yes, Mari. If you're curious, he weighs 2.5 pounds. I'll do the whole dog show.
He's like a 6-month-old cat. That's the size.
Essentially,
not even full grown.
And I have 2 long-haired Chihuahuas, and he is much tinier than they are.
Mm-hmm.
He was the runt of his litter, and he never grew. So
he says, "Pardon you."
Yeah, but he's got a big evil personality. He's a very bad dog. If he was a big dog, he would be a menace to society.
I think that all the time about mine. Like that's why Chihuahuas are small, so we can
so they
handle them a little bit.
Yeah, Murray says, "Oh my God, my dog could eat him." Pretty much most dogs could eat him. We also have a cat, and the cat is like 4 times his size. And
Diablo for president.
El Presidente.
He's small. He can zip through things.
He's got a real Napoleon complex, if you know what I mean. He thinks he's a big dog until he's actually presented with a big dog. And then he's like, "Oh, excuse me."
Excuse me, sir.
My apologies. Oh, old kitties. I love senior kitties. Diablo's 15 this year, as is Fluffernutter, Sandwich, our cat. How old are Cookie and Sugar?
I think they're around 10 or 11 now.
And how old's Lizzie?
She's around 8, but when I got her, we didn't know for sure what her age it was. So,
rescue animals. Yes, Diablo is a rescue, by the way. He was abandoned on someone's porch. So, I did not go to a shop for him. In fact, I adopted him from a lady I was babysitting for because she had 3 kids in 3 years, and he became depressed because he was no longer. They had time. No one had time for him. And then she was like, "Oh, I think I need to find him a new home." And I was like, "I have a home." So,
doggy.
Yeah. I love. My old
wow,
cat is
22.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
That is an old cat. Must be having a great life if it's that old. Yeah, Lucy says hers are all rescues. Same here.
Always rescues.
Always rescues. That's the way we do it. Every once in a while. It's possible. Every once in a while, I'll find myself. I'm like, okay, we don't need another Chihuahua. But Chihuahuas are kind of racist. They mostly only like other Chihuahuas.
If they even like other.
If they and that's saying if Diablo tolerates.
So I got mine as puppies. They were the entire litter. So they were left in an apartment with their mom dog. And so once they were old enough and they were at the shelter. So whole litter, they loved each other as puppies. Now they don't. They just don't.
They just eat each other. Diablo likes me. And he tolerates Matthew because Matthew has a really warm lap. So he likes Matthew well enough. Mm-hmm. And he surprisingly likes babies. So that
is surprising.
When there's a baby, he's sitting on the baby's lap, licking the baby's face, just sitting next to the baby, being nice. But then as soon as the baby becomes
fussy.
4, no, the baby cries, he's deaf, so he doesn't really care either, no matter who makes noise. But as soon as the kid is ambulatory, he's like, "Oh, we're done here. This has been fun. Oh, we're good."
Guess I'm out.
Oh, Queen Meg is terrified of little dogs. She's a small dog too. No, Diablo fears nothing until it gets close to him, and then he fears everything. But so we recently had, and by recently I mean literally yesterday, a trailer dropped for a show that we have been talking about for a year, I think.
More than
more. I feel like it's been more.
we went on a huge journey we as just the drama watching community have gone on a huge journey with this show where it was picked up and they made a very enticing like promotional trailer to be like, we're going to make this show. And then the production company was like, just kidding. We have no money. We're not going to make this show.
We put all the money in the trailer.
And then so they were like, sorry, the show's off. And then another company was like, just kidding. We bought the show and we hired most of the actors. And then everyone was like, oh, come on. I don't know if this is going to happen. And then they were like, look, we put out teaser trailers. We put out these sexy, weird teaser trailers. And then they were like, okay, I'll believe it when it airs. And then iQIYI was like, guess what? We picked up the distribution for the show. Look, here's a whole here's a whole thing. Here's a whole conference about it. And then people were like, oh, I don't know. And then it's like coming soon. And everyone's like, oh, coming soon.
The time coming soon.
We've heard this before.
Coming soon. Well, bullshit. But then last night, not only did they drop the trailer for the show, they also dropped the airing date for the show. So it's no longer coming soon. And that's why we were talking about Kin Porsche, a Thai show that the trailer for looks wild. Also,
and sponsored by.
Yes, this is my next point. Sponsored by Maserati, which I think I want to know the sales genius at Beyond Cloud who managed to approach someone at Maserati and be like, we're making a show called Kin Porsche and we want Maserati to be the sponsor of it.
Because you know that Maserati isn't like hurting for money. It's not that they don't need that ad space.
No. I was like, but how'd they do it? Like,
I don't know.
Like, who exactly?
Maybe someone at iQIYI.
Who pitched it?
Yeah, maybe
she's been waiting since the first whispers. We've all been waiting. And then, my big thing was where it was Stuart, otherwise known as Perth Nakun, was in the first trailer, and he's like, it's a shame I'm not going to be in the new company. And then like a few months later was like, psych, guess who just got hired at the new company to be in Kin Porsche? It's me, Stuart, baby. Anyway, we wanted to like show the trailer, but here's the thing. Okay, YouTube is like really weird. So we can't listen to any sound on the trailer. Okay. Yeah. And even that is like pushing it. So we're going to watch it. But if something happens to this stream, if we get caught, okay, and YouTube shuts down the stream, I apologize in advance.
We're going to just try to talk a lot over it. And
okay.
So we're just going to talk over it. There's not going to be any sound. Okay. We're doing like, what's that? The one YouTube, the culture study. He does like K-pop reactions, but he does it all on silent because he kept getting in trouble. So that is what we're doing. Okay. So we are going to do that and we are going to discuss it. It has subtitles. Okay. We're going to discuss. We can pause. We can talk. The trailer did come out in the middle of the night. It looks pretty spicy. So like if you're under 18, get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding. You can stay. We won't tell your mom. Don't worry about it. So that was that. I think we managed to evade YouTube censorship this day.
So good.
We still good? We still streaming? No one stopped us? Suckers. I always feel like we've performed a great sneaky. We've pulled one over. They're pointing. Joy says they were pointing in random directions.
A lot of the other gun work looked pretty good, and that part was like.
Well, I feel like that's like that scene was just that scene was there just to let us know. Don't worry. There's gonna be some comedy here too. Don't worry about it. It's not just sex, guns, and rock and roll. We got a little comedy for you too. But my God, I don't know. Listen, I don't know if this show can air on television. Like this is only streaming. Hey-yo.
It looks good. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, it looked good.
It's like, it's giving me History 3 Trapped 5 if History 3 Trapped had a budget. You know what I mean? Like, ooh. Oh, another fun thing for us BL fans, Cherry Magic movie coming out next month too.
But theaters, right?
Yeah, just in theater. So who knows? We gotta temper our excitement for when we possibly get a streaming date.
Because I mean, you think J dramas are hard. J movies are like they never show up.
Joy, we all do. But Cherry Magic, that's right. Cherry Magic, baby. we love Cherry Magic. A lot of us love Cherry Magic. Yeah, what, like, is there, so this Kim Porsche thing, so excited. It looks so much, it actually looks better than I thought it was gonna look. And like, Perth had gone on and he was like, before it came out, and I thought he was sort of egging us on, where he was like, guys, the trailer looks insane. He's like, I know you're gonna think I'm just saying this because of marketing, but it looks insane. And we were all like, okay, Stuart, like you're a pretty good hype man. Like, okay, like I'm sure you said like my engineer looks insane too. Like, calm down. But no, legit. He was not telling us lies. It looks pretty good. I'm Perth like biggest simp. I love him. I think he's like, oh, my little trilingual devil. Yeah, he actually just put out a video today of him trying Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. Poor man. Poor man. So anything else that people are excited for?
Yeah, what is coming up?
What is coming up?
I knew, but I don't know.
That's right, Lucy. I'm excited for My Engineer Season 2. That's a real coming soon, isn't it?
Soundtrack number 1 is going to be on Disney Plus Korea.
Oh, yeah.
Disney. And if you want to hear more about our thoughts on Disney Plus's acquisitions of K-dramas, stay tuned for Monday's episode, because we do discuss it. So,
Crazy Love is this month.
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm very excited about that.
Like, I was already really stoked about that show, and then one of my Astro babies are in it, so now, like, I'm even more excited if that was... So it better be good. I'm going to be really sad.
You'll be psyched.
Superior Day, also. A murder show. That's the one I'm really excited for. And then Pachinko.
Oh, that's right!
Starting.
I think someone in the chat mentioned, like, was guessing that we were talking about Pachinko a while ago. Yeah. No. We were talking about the other.
It was so funny. Show. Like, someone had a list of like upcoming stuff, and they were talking about they listed Pachinko, and then they said not actually a K-drama, and I had to really think hard to figure out what on earth they meant, and I was like, oh, it's not made in Korea, like it's like American production.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
but it threw me off the way they're like actually not a K-drama. I was like, what? And I really had a moment with that.
But the cast and crew are Korean, right?
They're not.
I thought it was straight up K-drama. That's why I was puzzled.
I thought
that's
so too,
what I thought. So,
but maybe maybe
I will Google.
It's
no. Look, Eamon doesn't. He really actually doesn't speak English. Like, I know that like he's had lines in airs, but that's not him actually.
Airs. Don't even get me started.
If you airs.
If you just go to Wikipedia, Pachinko is an upcoming American drama television series. So maybe because it's Apple Plus.
But Apple still said the other drama was a K-drama.
I'm just going off
Brain.
Dr. Brain.
True.
Well, we'll have to see. Maybe it is actually an American one. We've all been hoodwinked by Lee Min-ho. Speaking of American,
maybe that's what he's been doing this entire time. We don't know.
He's been just
he's been learn the English lines, I guess. Right before
and filming is in Korea, Japan, and America.
My husband today was like, I was like, oh, what do you? He was like, oh, I was just reading about Park Seo-joon, and I was like, say what? You were doing what? And he was like, oh yeah, because he's gonna be in a Marvel movie, and I was like, you're right. He is gonna be in. I was like, good choice, Marvel. Good choice. So he's going to be in the new Captain Marvel movie, right?
I think so.
Lucy and I are truly the same person.
Asian Wiki says the language is Korean.
Who knows? So. Listen, we're going to find out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Wikipedia is sometimes full of poo. So, I mean, I don't know. I would call it a K-drama.
I'm gonna call it a K-drama.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Entirely speak in English, but I don't think they
right.
are. No. Whatever.
I don't have Apple Plus, so I probably won't be watching.
I do.
Exactly.
I have it too.
I don't have it. My parents have it, but they gladly gave me their login.
When I bought my art tablet, it came with a membership to it. So
nice.
My Spotify has Hulu.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So yeah, Lucy says she forgets when things air, so she's excited for stuff, but who knows when. Sam.
Yeah.
I'm actually very lucky that I'm on this podcast because y'all remind me of the shows that I wanted to watch that I forgot that I wanted to watch.
I will say I would really be pumped for the Lee Joon-ki coming back to do a drama soonish. But one of the main guys, the actor, is the really crappy dude that did awful things, and so
it's the worst when you get really excited and then
because he hasn't been in a drama, he hasn't been in a drama for a handful of years now, so it's I was all happy, and it would be one that I'd at least try or at least enjoy seeing him play that character for an episode too, because I do that a lot just to see how an actor does something. I'll probably still go peak, but it definitely made my excitement level go down.
Yeah, that always is a bum out.
Because, once you read that someone is pretty much
trash.
Super trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to be a downer. That was just a side
okay.
Note. I mean, so that's coming up. That show's coming up, but
sometimes it's a blessing in disguise because you're thinking, boy, there's so many good dramas coming out. How am I going to watch them all? Oh, well,
how am I going to pick which ones to watch? Oh, we're here.
Chop it off.
Yeah, 100% don't want to watch trash people. Yep.
Yeah. I do like that. I don't know if this is just on Canadian Netflix, but I assume it's on multiple Netflix. They just added My Ideas Gang of Beauty on
Yes.
Yeah.
Netflix. So
we've been posting about it on our Twitter.
I know. I'm saying I'm just happy that it's there.
I've been slowly rewatching it a little bit. I've ranted about it some.
I like when they add older stuff because then it's just oh yay.
Yeah, Netflix is never gonna buy any music.
No.
Yeah, the fact that they cut out Psy's New Face song.
That was literally a whole vibe for
Well, and it was such a long cover dance. It was such a thing. I was like, oh. But then I was actually I wasn't super shocked by that. I was just bummed. But I was shocked that they actually cut out a little scene completely. I didn't know that was a thing that they would sometimes do.
I guess if they have to, if you don't have that reference.
I guess so. So what it was right before the New Face dance happens, and it's not using that song. It's a completely different song. The villain girl character, she sings a song and then tries to drag up Inu's character. And it's kind of this funny thing because he's like, I don't know that song. And he just
I don't know you.
So this whole scene totally gone on Viki and Netflix. Completely gone. Probably because of that song.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know they would totally take out, lines in a situation. They just made it go away. Because at a moment of the way I figured it out was when the New Face song wasn't there, I was like, that was there, wasn't it? When I originally, because I watched it as it aired. And so I went and found somewhere sure enough, that was it. And I was like, wait, there's this other part. Like, where did it go? So then I checked Vicky. I was like, same thing. Okay.
I have a friend who's teaching in Taiwan, and she said they do that with the Taiwanese dramas a lot. Like, they almost completely recut them sometimes. What you
they
get
do
on
that
Netflix,
with
like completely different
every show,
and like all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, but like I
the
would never
X-Files
know,
is different
right?
on every
like,
platform it's ever been on. Like even like between like DVD and Blu-ray, it becomes different. Buffy does that too. And it's not just like aspect ratios because they have to do that, but it's weird what they have to cut
the other
out.
thing I love that Netflix does is occasionally like change the title of a show just to like throw us for a loop. Like they just added Just Between Lovers last month, but they changed the title to Rain or Shine, and I was like, wait a second, this is Just Between Lovers. What are you talking about?
Well,
Netflix?
they were kind of trying to push Rain or Shine when they first started airing that, but it never caught on. I don't know why, but
the other one though it's not on Netflix anymore. It was called Secret Healer on Netflix, which never made sense to me because it was like Mirror of the Witch.
Yeah, some of them are like,
which was an actual title that made sense.
And then there's other ones that you're just like, why? Like, why is the heirs inheritors? Like, why?
Like, okay, like we're getting grammatically correct, but why?
Like, why would you not just? Okay.
And Secret Forest is Stranger, just to make it harder to find. You know, just they like to play these little games with us, you know.
Well, it's also tricky on Netflix because if you just type in, so like let's say that you don't know what you want to watch, and so you just type in like Korean movie or something. They're not actually showing you all the ones they have when that happens.
They're not.
And I absolutely hate
But if you type in Just Between Lovers, it knows you're trying to find Just Between Lovers. And if you type in a drama that you were trying to see if like Netflix had, they know that you want that drama and they will give you every other thing that all the actors are in. And you're like, how do you know this? And you won't even give me that drama.
Well, like
so I was having a moment when I was trying to go back and like watch the things that I first watched when I got into dramas, and so a lot of them were Taiwanese shows, and then I was like, a lot of them are gone. I was like, they're completely gone, and so most of them are over on Viki though. So if you're looking for one, it's probably over on Viki.
Oh, Annie, the struggle is real.
You have now 14 different titles.
When I first lived in Quebec, like back when I was in college, it like literal internet sites would only show you the French versions. And if there wasn't a French version, a lot of sites would be like, sorry, this site doesn't exist in Quebec. And then I have to be like, this is bullshit. Just give me like, ugh.
And this is why you should never attach an episode number to your hashtag.
Yeah.
We already have to put in too many things to mute.
Yeah. Too many titles.
Yeah, just put the show name. It's
20
fine.
episodes muting it.
Listen, Viki is great, but we have our
Pay your subbers.
Pay your subbers.
Pay
GLs.
your subbers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And stop rating BLs higher for the same sort of content as, you know, hetero shows.
Yeah.
Stop it. There was no reason why Mr. Hart was rated R for as long as it was. That is the tamest show I have ever seen. So tame. I was just like, why is this is it because two boys kiss? Is that where we're going?
Exactly what they're
doing. Is that where
doing.
we're going with this, Viki?
There was like the nipple conversation all about the running and bleeding nipples, you know. So we got to see nips.
I remember that day that when we like figured it out and we were like going through and trying to like look at all like the other dramas. Yeah. I can't remember what it was. It's like maybe Come and Hug Me was like rated like a lower like it
was like rated like
PG-13 underneath, and I'm like, there's literally murders in this show, like blood.
No, nothing has ever confused me more as a person than the fact that, and this is probably more a North America thing than other places. than Europe at least, how like nudity is considered worse than graphic violence. Right. That has never made any sense to me, because like it's just a nipple. It's just a butt. Relax, we've all got them. Like we all need to relax here. So it's like I always found that so bizarre, and especially like sometimes like they would be showing like, you'd be watching a show or something that would have like a piece of like art that would be like nude art, and they would like black bar or pixelate like the Renaissance painting, and you're just sitting there like, it's just a naked lady. Calm down.
I was so surprised though when we were playing Animal Crossing. We got a Switch for Christmas. We're playing Animal Crossing, and that like ship comes that has the art, and I go into it, and there's the David, and it's just like full on frontal, and I was like, wow, I was not expecting.
Yeah, they don't mess around with their art in Animal Crossing.
No, they really don't.
Like, it's just a penis.
I know, but like, wow, you just don't expect, because everything is so like,
but you can show someone getting their head blown up. You can show, like just people being shot,
absolute
stabbed,
abuse, like
like abuse.
That's fine. We can show that, and you're like,
but oh no, two people
bothers me more. Like
two people are having consensual fun times. Oh no. Must protect the children. Like, fuck off. Like, this is just some conservative bullshit, and we all know it.
Rated high.
Yeah. Mr. Heart rated high. Meanwhile, Rinko-san wants to try is like PG, like.
Because there was like sex in that. Like
Yeah, like the fact that literally like any like KBL was rated higher than literally any J drama, literally any of them. It's just like sus.
Mm-hmm.
But I have noticed that they have adjusted some of their rating systems so that they are less homophobic. Obvious. So
it's kind of curious. They did it like right before they did that like massive get all the
BL.
BLs. Not to be a conspiracy theorist over here, but
a little. You've connected the dots. You've connected the dots. Wait, see. Next time, I should really have that Always Sunny in Philadelphia gift just to pull up.
Yeah.
For the record, Rinko-san Wants to Try is a really good show.
It is.
It's really cute. It's an easy binge.
Oh yeah.
It's an easy watch. Sure.
Man, can you imagine Actually, did you watch that one an episode at a time, Jessie, or did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I watched it airing.
You get a medal.
Seriously.
I was like the only one too, and I was like, over here.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting until it was all out.
I think I started and then forgot, and then started again, and then was like, oh, okay.
No, I got stuck in.
It's all out now, so
I was watching Super Rich at the same time because they were both airing at the same time. That was a hard time.
So would you still recommend Super Rich, even though it kind of lost its way, or would you be like,
that's fine if you have the time, sure.
And you like office-y things?
Yeah, if you like office dramas, it's office drama, and then it gets more into the couple, but it's pretty much an office drama. Wasn't spectacular, but it wasn't like the worst thing I've seen.
But you were pumped at it. You were pumped.
Oh my gosh, the first couple of episodes were so good. I was like, yes, classic.
Dun, dun, dun. There, I did it. Guys.
No, now you need to make one and like Photoshop like each one of us. So like
every time one of our faces on it.
Like it's just like a singular one where so like whenever like one person figures out something that you can put there.
That and then also
connected the dots.
And then also the BuzzFeed one, like connecting them.
Yeah, you haven't connected shit. I've connected them. Oh, good times, good times.
If you want to listen about BuzzFeed,
if you do, check in because today we post Jesse and mine's other podcast posted an episode about BuzzFeed Unsolved. So if you want to hear about how much we all love that, you're in luck.
We live online. That's what they're called.
Online. That's right.
And our Hermitcraft is happening tomorrow. So our new season. So.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped. Ooh, if you don't know what Hermitcraft is, it's.
I mean, we also have another podcast.
We have an episode all about Hermitcraft, but it is a series of YouTubers who make Minecraft videos together, and they're just quality chaos. So
fantastic.
Are your kids still into that, Amanda? Did they ever get into Hermitcraft?
I don't know if they. I mean, my 15-year-old watches just everything on YouTube. So like he
probably does like dreams stuff.
You know, watches all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if they ever did or not. Like I was like, do you guys? And they were like, I don't know. They don't want to talk to me.
Hermitcraft is very family friendly. So
it is family friendly. I will say that it's like got the higher age group, like a lot of the.
I think it's mostly
members,
adults who like
adults. So that might not be it, but like not in a bad way. More in like they might not be talking about things that they find interesting or something. But they're pretty good with storytelling, and they do the crazy, wacky stories with their
that's cool
world.
Yeah. So, anything else people want to talk about before we sign? Me and my son quote Shane right. Yes, all the time. You had all the time.
Natalia and I used to always do like massive GIF wars with all the BuzzFeed Unsolved. Love it.
It was fine. No, even if it wasn't 18, it would be fine. We wouldn't judge Shane and Ryan. Okay, Lucy. Now here's a direct question to Lucy in chat: Shaniac or Bugara?
Oh yeah.
Who? That's the real question. But while she's figuring that out, anything else people want to talk about before we end this?
We got a reply on Twitter. 100% agree that violence being rated lower and considered more acceptable in media than nudity is ridiculous.
Thank you.
From Kimberly.
Thank you, Kimberly. Correct. You are correct. It's I've always just found it so ludicrous. Like
I absolutely understand different people are going to have different standards for things, right? Like the things that I can't watch violence wise don't bother Jesse, right? Like different people, but when you're setting a standard across the board,
I watched a documentary about film ratings. The documentary is called "This Film Is Not Yet Rated." If anyone is curious about it, and
where did you watch it?
This was years ago.
Okay.
So
I feel like it used to be on Netflix, maybe.
Let's go to our handy dandy favorite website, justwatch.com. We are not sponsored. We just love it.
Please
this
sponsor us.
This film is not yet rated. Let's see if this comes up. It's not really coming up. Film is not yet rated. So it was a movie from 2006.
Did they talk about like even Hays Code and stuff like
that? Oh yeah. They talked about everything, and basically, like the film was this filmmaker who decides to investigate who the people are who make the ratings, and why things are rated the way they are, and it's like completely subjective. And then he also talked about like if you don't agree with how your film was rated, you have to like appeal. He said, but during your appeal, you can't use another film as like an example for why yours shouldn't be as rated as high. Like it's so bizarre. But he was saying like in one point like that in like when they're rating sex things, he noticed a pattern of like when he was analyzing it, that things that show women having consensual, pleasurable sex were always rated higher than things that only showed men having sex, or rated higher than like women being, sexually assaulted. It was rated higher. Like, so for example, like Boys Don't Cry would be rated higher than a film that showed like a rape scene in it, because Hilary Swank eats out Chloe Sevigny, and the reason that they didn't like it was because after she did it, she wiped her mouth. I remember this specifically, and they said that was too inappropriate for even an R rating. It had to be NC-17, and it's just like, girl.
Or how about if you're a parent, you parent your kids, and
maybe just like
make sure they don't.
Yeah, like it's Lucy, it is infuriating. It's just like, and I always sort of found it funny because so my mom's from the States, but we lived in Canada. And so when we would go to the States, and if we'd go to the movies with my cousin, and I remember this distinctly, I remember this for the movie Ever After. Great movie. Love that movie.
It was really good.
Drew Barrymore. Really good. Great
so
movie.
Pretty. So pretty.
Yeah. So great. So in Canada, where we lived in New Brunswick, it was rated PG. In Pennsylvania, it was rated PG-13. And in Quebec, it was rated G. And then when I think back in the movie, I'm like, it should just be rated G. Like, it's the tamest, tamest movie.
Nothing that happens.
She gets beat pretty bad.
Well, that's
the
true.
Only thing.
Or maybe PG. But I was just like, I just remember being like, why? Like, I just remember sitting there in this movie with my like aunt and my cousin and my sister, and being like, why is this rated PG-13? Like,
that's definitely not PG-13.
And what's wild is how different things are, like, depending on what decade. So, like, my husband will have fond memories of something that we watched when we were kids, and it'll be on Netflix, and he'll be like, oh, we loved this when we were kids, right? Like, I'll watch this, and I'll come home, and I'll be like, why are you letting our children watch this? And he's like, it's fine, it's PG. Like, and I'm like, are you forgetting the like gratuitous
Indiana Jones?
No.
Like, oh, and then it like, like the big like demon, like sex scene happens in Ghostbusters, and you see like, oh, I forgot about that.
No, my mom falls victim to that all the time, but it's almost funnier because since she's lived in Canada and like her American family is incredibly conservative, like, so things that like we'll all laugh about in Canada is like, they're like, clutch them pearls. So like, for example, my mom loves the movie Bridesmaids. And so like she watched it with her friends, in Canada, and they all just like,
and that's definitely a show to watch with friends.
Yeah, like, and then she was like, oh, like, so then with her like cousins, she was like, oh, we should watch Bridesmaids, it's so fun. And she was like, I was horrified. Like, they didn't laugh once. And I was just like, no. And mom's other favorite movie is what's that British Love Actually? Is that it? The one with all the different stories?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the
Love
Christmas
Actually.
One.
Yeah. So mom loves Love Actually. Forgot totally about the porn.
Oh yeah.
And so she was like, yet again, watching it with her cousins, and she was like, oh no. He's like, why do I keep doing this to myself? Because like in Canada, like we don't care. Like,
yeah, the criteria is all over the place.
It is. And it's just like, and because there is no actual criteria, because it's all subjective. Like,
and then even because now that there's streaming services, and then probably even on TV, like for kids shows, the difference between all the number, age number ratings and stuff, like that's all different too. Like, who decides those? Like, who decides the Vicky stuff? Like, is there just one person staying in a room with the Vicky thing, like just randomly?
Probably. I mean,
hi, Mike. Mike says he's late. He's sorry. It's fine, Mike. It's fine. We're glad you showed up. We're glad you showed up.
We had a live stream. Mike is here.
Mike's here. Now we can know that this live stream, like we've done all we need to do. Mike, you did miss the spicy trailer So you missed some hot dudes, Mike. You missed them. Sorry to say, no hot dudes for Mike.
But you can go check them out. Yeah, you can go watch our replay.
Mike, listen. You know what, Lucy? You know what, Lucy? Very sus. As soon as we start discussing nudity, time. Mike arrives. Mike knows. He knows what we were talking about. He knows. He knows. He's. Are we surprised? No. Mike is very thirsty, and kudos to you, sir.
For wine, he's thirsty for wine.
Yes, for wine. Just that's all. So just nudity isn't as bad as violence.
So our episode coming up is going to be Noonas.
That's right.
Get excited about that.
Yeah. We got some hot goss fresh off the presses for you coming on Monday.
And then our next episode after that is my birthday pick on a music group.
Birthday.
So, very timely for this month because they just celebrated their anniversary.
So start guessing. Who do you think Jessie picked? For
who did I pick?
Who did she pick? What else should we chat about?
I don't know.
Does anyone need any advice that the Noonas can help you with? We're always here. We're here for you.
We might not be the best at giving advice, but
we can try. Like between 4 of us, we have 4 brain cells rubbing together. We might come up with
something out of it.
I want to share one small little tidbit. So when I was watching Secret Garden again recently, one of the main characters is a K-pop star, and he ends up publicly announcing that he's dating, and so there are these fangirls, young fangirls, that are all they get up in his face and yell at him and stuff. And he's like, why don't you just go check out 2 p.m. instead, or Beast? But the 2 p.m. thing just cracked me up because the whole thing was because it was because he was dating that they were so upset, and so now him saying it just made me laugh a lot. It was a good joke to begin with, but then now it's just hilarious to me.
Really lean into how old that drama is.
Right. It's that dated it. Yes.
So Mike is asking, which version of Daikon should I get? Mike, that is a fake question because Lucy already knows what you're going to do, which is clearly buy all of them.
Yes.
We know you, Mike. Nice try. Mm-hmm. Nice try. All
Trick
of
question.
Them. Okay. So my new apparently alt group, Stray Kids, has a new album coming out soon, and I think I need to buy all versions of it.
Join us.
Mike, I have a question, Mike. It might be $240, but is that $240 or is that $240 worth of your happiness, Mike? This is the real question. Just pick with your heart, That's all we ever do with these sorts of merch purchases. We choose with the heart, with what the heart wants. But it was when I told my husband that Stray Kids was coming out with some albums, his only response was, "Well, guess we'll have to go to the K-pop store then." I was like, "Aw, I married you for a reason. Get it."
That's nice that you have a place to go to, physically.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's fine.
But listen, they're not the best stocked, but it's literally
they've got to be
a basement.
A little bit better in shipping costs.
Right.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Because generally, if I'm buying an album online, it'll come to somewhere between $35 to $40 Canadian plus shipping. And the albums there are $42. So it's kind
of saving you on shipping. So
yeah. Mike, we're communists in this house. He's our husband. Don't worry. Our husband.
Why?
I need to get some good communism memes to pull up too. So any other questions before we wrap up the old?
Oh, the concert tonight was so chill.
So chill, like no security. That's, you know what? That's what we like to see. People behaving themselves. You know?
Yeah, just enjoying
people having
the music.
a good time. Just vibing. Good vibes only. Good vibes.
Jessie got a ticket to go see Band-Aid.
I know.
So
I really shouldn't have, but I did.
So good vibes towards that. So the world lets her do
that. It happens.
Yeah, it's in October. So the ticket actually was like very like cheap. That's like really the reason I did it. It was like $33.
That's not bad at all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then like all the a lot of the other stops were already selling out, and it's only been out for a day. And I was like, fine. And if I don't go, it's like not the end of the world.
So I was wondering about Band-Maid. How often would you say they come and tour the States? Like they've done
it a couple of times.
Okay.
Because they used to tour a lot before the world exploded.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been here a couple of times, especially like LA stops. I would say they've probably been here at least twice, but yeah. So it's not like it's
not like their first time.
Yeah, first time, but I got it. We'll see if I get to use it. Since I bought all those other tickets and then didn't get to use them. Monster X and ATs and Radwimps.
And now you have airline money you need to spend, right?
Yeah, I do, because it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that expire at some point?
Mm-hmm. They keep changing it, and I think they just keep on adding years to it, but it's probably soon.
So what is K-pop Flex, Lucy?
Has tomorrow started?
Oh, tomorrow! I'm actually pumped about tomorrow. That's the Grim Reaper show.
Oh yeah.
I knew I was forgetting one. I was like, "There's
you're
one
pumped about tomorrow. What's happening? Like Hermitcraft?
Yeah, what's happening?
Tomorrow? Yes, Mike, you should watch Hermitcraft tomorrow. Join us. Mike wasn't here for the whole Hermitcraft discussion, but you should, Mike. You should watch Hermitcraft with Jessie and I tomorrow. Good times. Yeah, what is K-pop Flex? Lucy, we want to know, what is K-pop Flex? We are unfamiliar with this.
Is that the concert that Dreamcatcher is going to be at? Are they? No. Yes? No? Maybe so.
Yeah. Was that in Germany? Did I dream that aspect of it? What country?
I
don't know.
The first ever K-pop festival in
I feel like Dreamcatcher is at that one, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought
Lucy, I hope that's a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, it's a great lineup. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything. I'm just saying it's great.
Kai, Idol, or G-Idol, however we say their name. Guy, Mamamoo, NCT Dream, and Hypen, EpiPen.
Wow.
EpiPen. Monsta X.
Everyone. All of our faves.
Oh my gosh.
Onius. Dreamcatcher. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god, Dreamcatcher's so good in concert.
I love how
so good in concert.
I love how we continue to call it Onius when we know it's One Us. But we're just like, Onius.
I also call it EpiPen.
Yeah, EpiPen. We're terrible.
You knew what I was talking about, right? See,
everyone knew who Onius was. Everyone knows who EpiPen is. we like them, so it's not like we're making fun of them. It's just,
man, I could have gotten seen.
AB6.
They came here.
Yeah, in your town, like
they actually.
You wouldn't have to travel.
Like literally, like 2 miles down the road. They were here, but I couldn't do it.
Should have just leaned out your window, and
I know
you would have been able to hear it because it was inside. So we got a comment on Twitter from Kimberly again. Appreciated your discussion on Love and Leashes. It's telling that society portrays a community as deviant, which is more advanced with regard to consent, communication, and trust. Consent being something that general public has only recently begun discussing and deemed important. And then the emoticon that's like thinking about it.
That's true.
Amen.
Yeah.
Kimberly, you right, girl. You right. You right.
Yeah,
we did say that. Yeah, we were correct. Thank you. Thank you. No, I think that, like, listen, this is what's going to happen when you have lawmakers who are just so out of touch with, like, the common age and are steering how society functions. Like, you just get these sort of completely out of touch takes, like nudity is worse than violence, or BDSM is somehow scandalous and deep. It's not. It's not. Like, it's right, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. People be a tripping.
I loved Love and Leashes for the fact that it didn't have any landmines with any of that. So, like, so really many rom-com dramas have so many, like, problematic things in them, and the fact that the BDSM one
that wasn't like a thing that they tried to do anything to.
Yeah. They were like, no, we're not gonna make this weird. We're literally not gonna make this.
It kind of reminds me. There's a movie called Red Carpet. Chansung's in it.
Yeah, I really like that movie.
It's really good, and it actually kind of has the same, like, kind of vibe as Love and Leashes, but like not as rom-com-y. It's more just like a comedy with, there is a romance in it. Line. But it's about a director who has not been getting roles, so he ends up, like, having to direct porn, and it, like, focuses a lot on how, like, society views the people who are working in it, like the director and the actors, and how they think that they can just, like, trash them or do all this stuff. And it, like, has this really great, like, found family in it. It used to be on Netflix, but it's not anymore. It's not there anymore. If you can find it, it's a really good movie.
And, I always find it, like, especially that one I found really interesting because it really showed, like, people are very disrespectful to sex workers while wanting to consume the fruits of their work.
Yeah, and they would also, like, there's, like, a scene where they talk, like, they show where it's like they're trying to take advantage of her and she's not working. It's just that they're at a restaurant and someone's all and recognize her, and it's just it hits some really good points about that I think Love and Leashes also does with the BDSM.
Man, we've gone all over the place. We've gone communism, we've gone anti-capitalism, now we've gone pro-sex work. We love it. We love it here. We love it here. This is we're the fun podcast, guys.
We're the random podcast.
We're not like your normal podcast. We're a fun podcast. That's right, Katie. That's right, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The porn industry is so marginalized that it allows for so much abuse. Yeah.
True. A coupon.
Also, the moment he realized that she had his package will haunt me forever. I would die.
I would quit. I would go.
I'd be like, well, this has been fun being employed. I'm out.
I just like reaction because she was just like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But to be honest, like, I feel like that would also be my reaction. I'd be like, this was clearly not meant for me.
I would be more mortified that I opened someone else's.
Yeah, right. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I opened your box. Like
I know we only have like one letter off in our names, but I still should have like figured this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, we've covered all the bases. We've covered homophobia. We've covered rich people. We've covered ratings. We've covered
our pets.
Sex work. We've covered all our pets.
New dramas, airing dramas.
New dramas.
BLs.
BLs. We covered a lot of BLs. We did. This was the BL live stream today.
There will be a day we can just cover all GLs. It might be
one day
years from now, but
one day.
But there's a hope. There's a dream.
The dream is alive. I guess. Well, like they're not GLs, but they're there's a.
I mean, like they do more on like the Japanese ones.
Yeah,
but
and, like,
not as much.
Like on Gaga Ulala, they do have like a whole lesbian section. They're not GLs, obviously. They're usually like lesbian films.
they're out there just as a percentage-wise comparison. Right. And new stuff that's coming out this year.
It would be fun. It would be fun for every Korean BL. There was a Korean GL. That would be nice.
Yeah. GL. You know, Joy, it's not a GL someday. It's a GL soon.
We are really good at like speaking things into existence on the podcast.
It's true. And you know, there have been like, I think there was a drama, I don't remember what the name it was, but it did have like a lesbian love line in it recently.
Yeah, there was
oh shoot, what was that?
It was one of the ones that I didn't watch, but there was.
I'm just hoping for more. Well, Mike, they would probably do a better job at it, to be honest.
But I want like for everything, like every country, across the board. I want diversity in it.
Korea.
Yeah. And like what I want to see are more just shows where, like, I always say To My Star, because I think this is the perfect example in that movie would be exactly the same movie if it was a straight couple, or if it was a lesbian couple, or if it is a gay couple, obviously, but it would literally be the exact same movie. And I want more of that energy, that it's like stories that don't rely on, you know, like them being gay, being like a big, like, you know,
and then especially
part of it. It's
especially
like,
just the tragedy of, you know, and then like the tragedy attached to it.
Yeah. Whereas just like, you know, this story would be the same story if it was a gay couple or a bi couple, or
they didn't try to like heighten
couple,
it because,
you know, a hetero couple, like I didn't mean regular bi. I mean regular as in entertainment. Yeah. What's the norm? But like
Lucy mentioned Bad Buddy, and like Bad Buddy, the drama there is not about
them being gay,
right? Like that's not what the
drama is. Their families hate each other. They don't care that they're gay.
Exactly. So
like
I like that.
I think the drama that we were thinking of with a lesbian couple is the One Beloved Summer, the one with
something like that. Yeah.
What's his face from the Congratulations video. And Parasite and
Cho Young-sik.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where I pulled that name out from, but it just like it emerged from my brain. Like it was like, that was your time to finally remember someone's name. That, you know what? You're right, Mike, because people are people. Yeah, people are people, regardless of their orientation. And
everybody's like different. Like we all have different personalities, and we all do different things, and we're not like should be pigeonholed into like one thing. Like we shouldn't be like the comedic, you know, best friend, or you know.
Yeah, actually, before we started live streaming, Jesse and I were literally talking about this, how tired we are of, you know, fat representation in media.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're kind of bigger girls. And listen, while I am the funny best friend, usually, I shouldn't have to be if I was
like, when do you see just, like, the quiet, shy, not, like, crazy fat best friend, you know?
I'm watching a drama right now, and like, one of the girls in the office is short and fat, and she's not funny or comedic.
See, I like that because she just is. Office, I just want people to be just people, just you know?
Kimberly says nevertheless had the GL.
Nevertheless, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, I feel like there was one a little bit.
Yeah.
I knew it was like in that Netflix,
and loud.
Like,
or the funny best friend. Yeah. Or the other thing is like your whole story revolves around having to lose weight.
Yeah, it's like, always about like changing.
So I have a friend. He's also a bigger dude, and I remember when the show Mike and Molly, I think it was, came out.
Yeah,
and like we sat there and watched the preview, and it had like this tuba music playing, like, you know, and so he had this little song where he was like, you know what this show is? It's like fat people doing fat people things. It's just like, it's so stupid. And we just sat there being like, why is this a thing? Like, this is so dumb. And I hate it.
I saw somebody was talking about there's a new Canadian sitcom right now called Run the Burbs, about an Asian couple that lives in the suburbs, and somebody was tweeting about it. But what they were talking about was the gay representation, that there's a couple like in the burbs, a neighborhood, who they're just one of the other couples in the neighborhood. Their plot lines don't revolve around the fact that they're gay. It's just, this is another couple in the neighborhood. And they're like, it's so nice to just see myself there.
Yeah. If
not,
you would give it to like a straight white person, like give it to everyone. Like,
exactly.
We have also Please No More BLs with an evil girl. Like, there can be evil girls, but when the only female character is just there to be a bitch, that's a bit much for me.
That's what like my favorite part about Cherry Magic was the girl. She was so nice.
She was awesome.
And it's like, and there are like shows that do this. Like, I hate to give this one praise, but My Engineer didn't have evil female characters. They were like, there was really only one female character. This is the problem with BLs, is there'll be one female character. And it's like, okay, like, people have more than one female friend. Even like a group of gay engineers will know more than one woman. Okay. Like,
I mean, to be fair, engineering like campuses are generally pretty male heavy. So
sure. But I feel like they would have women friends and women family members.
Right? Yeah.
Mike, I also loved My Engineer, but us loving something and something being good are a Venn diagram that doesn't necessarily overlap. They can be two separate circles. Oh yes, and Lucy says My Love Mix-Up was amazing. It was. That was a really good one where, the female and male friendship in that was chef's kiss. They were a delight. Just I just more of just fun female characters just doing stuff. Because so we're talking about Kin Porsche, and yes, it does look amazing. There was not a single woman in that trailer that I recall.
Except at the very beginning,
except maybe in the bar scene,
the girl in the he was banging a girl in the room or something. In one
not great female representation. Gonna be honest.
Wouldn't it have been cool, like, if he also had like a female bodyguard and just was there,
just a smattering of bodyguard, like just a few female ones.
Maybe he's like teaching him the ropes and like where things are.
Thai BLs have taught me that if he's in engineering, girl, don't bother. Yeah. Like, as if in this sort of world that like Thai BLs have created, if you going to your parents and telling them you're studying engineering basically means you're coming out to them at this point. Not the lesbians. Joy wants she's hoping the big bad of Kin Porsche will be a woman. That actually I would be. I would be a fan of.
As long as she was like a badass and stuff, like that would be really cool.
Just the gays. Oh, Mike, you wild into the comment section. But no, like, listen, if you're a parent, according to Thai BLs, if you are on a college campus and you study medicine or engineering, well, I got some news, friend. You may not have realized this yet.
I would absolutely love like a Thai drama where like the kid's like, Mom, Dad, I think I'm going into engineering, and they're like, you're gay?
I didn't know you were gay.
No, I just want to be an engineer.
We have another visitor who's not supposed to be on my desk. Come here.
And now you can see size comparison.
Yeah, the size comparison to Diablo. This is Fluffernutter Sandwich.
Lizzie's over here. She's curled up.
She's very fluffy. Her name is Fluffernutter Sandwich because she's brown, white, and fluffy, but she also knows she's not supposed to be on my desk, so I don't know why she's... Oh, I almost dropped her directly on top of Diablo. I didn't realize she was still asleep next to me in his bed. Good thing I looked down before just like... Because Fluffernutter is very liquid cat. Very liquid cat. Fluffernutter, Do not immediately jump back up on my cats. I tell you, she's on her way back. She knows she's not supposed to be up here. She's now just sitting on my laminator, like. Gonna get cat hair in your laminator, so when you laminate stickers, they got cat hair in them.
Cat glitter.
The glitter of the glitter.
Because you
my mouth.
Can't get rid of it. Just like regular glitter.
No, if glitter is the herpes of. Now you're just knocking stuff over. The herpes of the craft world. Cat hair is just the glitter of the pet owner world.
Mm-hmm.
Will you stop being a nuisance? She's looking at me like,
it's like no.
Daniel, what are we talking about now? Who's Daniel?
I don't know.
Daniel who? Mike
Henny? Yes.
So Daniel Henny is
very
smoking hot. Yes, if that's who we're talking about. Yes. Smoking hot. I feel like I missed something. I got distracted by the cat.
I don't think you did. Mike just came
Mike, who are we talking about? Which Daniel? Like we're inclined to agree with you, but we just need more information. We need more information about which Daniel we're talking about.
We know that you have good taste, Mike, but we just don't know.
Oh, Lucy says she forgot to mention she is psyched.
Yes. I don't know when it's coming out in non-theaters, but yes.
Oh, Mike says King Daniel. I forgot that I have a giant King Daniel poster on my wall. All right, Mike. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm more on Daniel Henny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm gonna pick out of the two.
Like, listen. Okay, as a 34-year-old woman,
yes,
I'm picking Daniel Henny every time. I can appreciate
pretty much every age I'm picking Daniel Henny.
Yeah. Like, listen, if I was 15, I would have been like Daniel Henny. Like, if Daniel Henny,
he's very pretty, but it's Daniel Henny.
It's Daniel Henny. No, listen. I love Wheel of Time, but as soon as I saw they like cast Daniel Henny in it, I was like, oh, humming.
So have we covered all of our bases?
I think we covered pretty much everything. Oh
yeah.
We will be doing more live streams. It was just things happened amongst lives the past few months. So like we'll be doing many more live streams.
Yes, we are going to be more regular. We're going to have some fun stuff.
And we'll probably move around when they are to try to
so we can get different people, have a good time. Just relax and have fun. Vibe. We gotta feel the vibes. As a final note,
I mean,
thank you everybody for talking to us.
Oh, thank you, Joy. I'm glad you came. Thanks for coming, everyone. We hope you come to the next one. We'll keep notice on the Twitter, and we will
and Discord.
And Discord. Oh yeah, we're always. Yeah, that's right. We got Discord.
We have Discord if you want to come hang out.
The Discord is really fun. We have a good time.
It's really quiet, so it's not overwhelming if you're like
it's not like
Discord.
Right. Yeah, we're very, very, very laid back.
It's a very chilled Discord. So we hope you had a good time, and we hope to see you. I am awake always. What is it?
I'm not going to tell you when the last time I slept, so I'm always awake.
I like sleep in like 2-hour increments between screaming children. Not even my children. I don't have children.
That's rough.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope you have a great night, and we hope you And also, don't forget to drink and eat and subscribe to the Survivor.
I thought you're gonna put up the wash your hands and wear a mask.
Wait. 1 second.
No, she's just gonna type it. Kimberly says thanks. It was fun to listen.
Oh, thanks, Kimberly.
Thank you for coming.
For joining us.
Wash your hands, wear a mask, and always keep enjoying Asian entertainment. Bye.
Bye.